How do you save for the three-layer emergency fund when you're still paying debt? That's actually a good question. However, I think you're looking at it differently because for me, building your breathing room should always be top priority. I'm a mom of three and a breadwinner building a 60 million peso portfolio, but we still have a loan. We still have bills. We still have unexpected expenses. So today, I want to show you what our actual budget looks like, not the perfect version, but the real one. So every month, 22,443 pesos or 14% of our budget goes to loan payments because debt slows everything down. And while I don't believe you should obsess over debt, I do believe it should have a permanent seat at the table until it's gone completely. Now, before investments, before extra spending, before almost everything else, we created a buffer. For us, that's around 9,500 pesos. Why? Because breadwinners don't live in a vacuum. Something always happens. A medical expense, a school requirement, a family emergency, and without a buffer, every surprise becomes a crisis. Case in point, this week, my husband's former college professor needed medical assistance. This was the mentor who helped him secure the scholarship that changed his life. So my husband decided to help. We allocated 3,000 pesos for that. It's not much, but it helped, and she was grateful. But here's the important part. It didn't create panic. There was no argument or dismissiveness because the money already had a place to come from. That's the difference between reacting emotionally versus responding with a system. We also budget for joy, around 7,500 pesos every month. Not because spending is the goal, but because burnout is expensive. If the budget is too restrictive, most people quit. And a plan you can follow for 10 years beats a perfect plan you abandon after 2 months. Then comes investing. Every month, almost 34,000 pesos goes toward building our future assets. Local investments, global investments, long-term wealth building. Because eventually, I want our money working harder than you do. And then there's our system recovery fund. It's separate. It's not part of our monthly budget because my husband's side income sends money directly into it every month. And whenever we finish the month under budget, half of the excess goes into that recovery fund. The other half gets invested. No debate, no emotions. The biggest mistake I see breadwinners make is trying to choose between debt, savings, and investing. Most of the time, you don't need to choose. You need to give each one an allocation. No matter how small you can allocate, the important thing is there is funding made. So if, for example, you only have 10,000 pesos and your loan is 5,000, split the 5,000 into those three categories and determine which one is untouchable. By the time you pay out your loan, you can then increase the allocation or add an allocation for your investment. Write it down, strategize it, don't assume. I think the reason we get too disappointed on the allocation is we wanted to rush it. Remember that a few pesos saved is still better than nothing. Because financial literacy isn't about finding the perfect percentage. It's about building a system strong enough to survive real life. So if you're a breadwinner trying to build an investment portfolio while balancing family responsibilities, follow along. I'm documenting the wins, the mistakes, and the numbers in real time. So let me ask you, if an unexpected expense appeared today, would it come from savings, investments, or a buffer fund? That answer tells you a lot about where your system is today. That's the update for today, group mates. See you on the next one.